Good morning, everyone. Before we get started with bringing in the procession and graduates, we just ask that you remember to put your phones on vibrate so they don't ring during the ceremony up here. And for those of you that may not have been here before, the men's restroom is right out the doors on the left. The women's is right out the doors on the right, if you haven't been in the auditorium in the area before. So thank you for coming in this morning, and we will, looks like we're ready to begin our commencement exercises. So I ask the Lakers and singers get us started, and we'll bring in the flags and processional here. I'd like to thank the VFW Post 6547 for carrying the flags today, and for the Lake Region Singers for getting us started off on our commencement exercise today. At this time, please remain standing as we have the 2018 American Union College Fund Student of the Year, Nicole Brown, come up to do the prayer.
Wacheunkiapikta, Tukashina, Wakantanka, Kutakia Hituan. Waunya Kapika, Unshiunkidapie. Ka Ihunipikin, Wawichayakena, Ka Unshiwi Chakidapie. Wayazagadapikin, Wichozani, Owichakie. Wakayajakin, Owotana, Ichagapikta, Unchimpi. Washigara umpikin, istamani ampa, wichakji pakintaye. Taku washte kin echena etkia unka upie. Wachoni washte unyu hapikta. Oyate kin unchi unkidapie. Mitakuye wasin. Let us pray. Grandfather Creator, look down upon us and have pity on us. Behold the elders and bless them. Restore the health of those that suffer from different illnesses. We ask that you bless the children, that they may grow with a straight mind and straight limbs. Wipe the tears of those that are in mourning, that they may be comforted. Bring only kindness and goodness into our lives, that we may have a blessed life. Have pity on us, all my relations.
You may be seated. At this time, we'll have the President, Dr. Cynthia Lindquist, come forward to do the welcome.
Good morning, good afternoon. Hihenawashte. Welcome to Cankdeska Cikana Community College, the Spirit Lake Dakota Nations Tribal College. We're really happy you all came out today on this beautiful day to celebrate the success of students, our students. We're really pleased that the family, the loved ones, the relatives, the children are here. Celebrating is really important. It's important to help us be better human beings, to be better relatives to each other, and to recognize the accomplishments of our daughters, our sons, our grandkids. If you don't recognize and understand the significance of being part of a tribal college system, having these young people sitting here today, ready to celebrate their college achievement, it's about our future. It's about making change. It's about making things different, making things better. And our young people have the answers. They have knowledge. They have questions. They have worked very, very hard to get here today and to accomplish what they have accomplished. And that's what graduation's all about. I mentioned during the awards ceremony the other night, the tribal college movement is celebrating its 50th anniversary with Dene College, the first tribal college established in 1968. And there's some different celebrations going on down in Arizona, New Mexico for Dene College. And Little Hoop, or Cankdeska Cikana Community College, was always part of that founding of the tribal college and university system. And we had people here who were really, really visionary people about understanding the significance of higher education opportunity. Our college was started by Lake Region State College with satellite classes at the tribal building. And then as we kind of grew up and became our own, and here we are today with another class of tribal member graduates who are going to make change happen. And that's what it's about. That's why we like to celebrate. So we're really pleased you all came out to be with us today to celebrate what they have accomplished and achieved. We've got a great program. I would like to acknowledge Dwayne Jackson, the Lake Region Singers. Mr. Jackson is also a member of the Spirit Lake Dakota Nation Tribal Council. But thank you, Dwayne, for your leadership and for bringing the singers together for us. At least for me, whenever I hear the heartbeat of the drum, it just makes me happy, makes me feel good. And I've been taught that that represents the heartbeat of Mother Earth in addition to the heartbeat of ourselves. And how are we taking care of each other? And let's be happy. And having the Lake Region Singers, just memories for me anyway, of some of the ones who have gone on. And yet, the songs, the music carries on. That's also education. As much as your president, I want these young people to become doctors, lawyers, researchers, teachers, engineers. But I also want them to be rooted in what that is, who we are as Dakota people. I firmly believe all tribal colleges, but particularly our little tribal college, we are very good at what we do in helping our students, helping our employees, helping the community to be better rooted in understanding who we are as Indigenous people. And that's why we like these celebrations. It's about their success. It's about what they want to make different. And how do we help them get there? That's what tribal colleges are all about. We have a great speaker today, and I don't know if Ermi mentioned it, I didn't get to hear the opening stuff, but it is being fed. We've got great technology people here, Stuart Young, Paul Keating, Kim Krebsbach, Terry Parcha. So there's a live feed going out right now. So when you come up here, pay attention in that, but don't be surprised if you see yourself later on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, and somebody's putting it up there and on the Cankdeska site also. There are many other graduations going on today also. And it's hard to know, where should I go? Should I be at my niece's graduation over there? Or should I be at grandson's graduation over there? So we're really happy you chose to come out today. I want to make two formal announcements to you all, to the Spirit Lake community. You know, we have been building the Head Start Center almost a couple years now. Been a long haul. Head Start Center is being built in concert with the Spirit Lake Dakota Nation. Yes, it's a college project or program. It is being built for our children, and it is a Head Start facility. 42,000 square feet of space, 19 classrooms. It will be done in a couple of weeks. We are planning the grand opening for August 15th to give us a little bit of time to move, to transition. We probably aren't going to know how to act in all that space in that beautiful facility, but I'm publicly letting you all know. It's a Wednesday, if I remember correctly, August 15th, a community grand opening for our children. I've already had many community members tell me when they drive by there with the little ones in the car, grandkids, nieces and nephews, children, the kids already know, that's my school. That's my school. I can't wait. And we can't wait also. We're very, very excited about that. So please mark your calendars, and it'll be a public community event, grand opening, and then the opening of Head Start formally with the classes and stuff will coincide with the college's fall schedule, which I think is the following Monday, August 20th or August 27th, whatever those dates are, but August 15th for the grand opening. The other public announcement I want you all to be aware of is the college, with the tribe's support and help, received a grant from the United Health Foundation to help our community address addiction services We had a big press conference here in February. The grant is to rehabilitate Recovery and Wellness's facility. If you all remember, that's a group home. But the other component to that, it's going to transition from being outpatient services only to residential care. And it's a group home. It's in pretty good shape, but we need to fix it up a little bit. We need to add some offices on. We need to clean up the kitchen, eating area, nurses station, those kinds of things, because we're going to transition it to a 15-bed residential care facility for addiction services. And that will begin June 1. So United Health Foundation is private money and much different to work with than the federal government sources of funding in that. But my announcement to you all, Spirit Lake tribal members, there are scholarships out right now that are open through May 31st through the American Indian College Fund or collegefund.org for 6 scholarships for associate degrees, 6 scholarships for bachelor's degree. And all you have to do is to say or note in your application, I'm really interested in substance abuse. I want to do something about addiction. I'm really worried about the drug abuse and use on the reservation. We have staff and faculty here who will help you fill out that application. And if you note that, because it's going to go through the college systems, the college funds system for the scholarships, and there's many other scholarships also. The United Health Foundation is giving preference to Spirit Lake and to Cankdeska students, but it is open to all North Dakota Indians and for the other 4 tribal colleges in North Dakota. Our goal here at this college is to try to get 24 Spirit Lake people to apply for those 12 scholarships. And that money is going to follow you. The goal is to get tribal people trained to be able to staff Spirit Lake Recovery and Wellness when we transition it to residential care. If you want more information, please come see me, come see Teresa Harding, Stuart Young, Galen Linneman, who is our social work faculty, other faculty, Lindsay and Deshawn in the registrar's office, Tina Pullum, who's our financial aid director. It's a great opportunity. And if you want any more information about both the construction project, rehab project, and or the scholarships, but some wonderful, wonderful opportunities. I wanted to make these announcements publicly as we celebrate Cankdeska Cikana Community College's graduates of 2018. Our college is small. Our college is associate degree and certificate degree. Yes, our plans are someday to have a bachelor's. Someday we'll get there. But for now, we're associate's degree, and we're very good at what we do. But we want our young people, our graduates, to transfer to get terminal degrees. We desperately need Native teachers, Native faculty members. We still need doctors, lawyers, social workers, and we're helping create that pathway. Our little college has great partnerships with Mayville State College, with UND, with Sitting Bull College, Turtle Mountain College for education, for social work, early childhood education, research, engineering with NDSU, UND, and that. So there's many opportunities, and we're trying to do a better job of helping our students access resources to transfer out to get the bachelor's and master's degree. So we're really, really proud of today's graduating class because many of them are transferring out. And most all of our students plan to stay home, want to stay home. When we talk to our students about why are you here? Why are you a college student? College is a choice. Almost every one of them say, I'm here because I want to help. I'm here because I want to do something different. I'm here because I want to help change. Once in a while, they're here because they're mad at the tribe, as we all get. You know what they did, and all that kind of stuff. But then hopefully we've challenged them. Well, how would you change it? How would you fix it? What kind of skills or training or education do you need to make it different, to fix it, to make it better? That's what education is about. And that's why we're so very, very proud of today's class and what their plans and aspirations are. Because if you don't know them, please get to know them and find out. We've got a couple of young men who spent the summer in Albuquerque last year. We're flying drones. We've done the demonstration here a couple of times too. You know, that's engineering. You know, they made it from scratch. They made it go. I think there was 4 or 5 colleges involved in that, and Cankdeska's team did the best. Or it wasn't a competition. They didn't win, but their drone was the only one that flew, that got up and came down. We do some amazing research here. You know, we have some amazing stories with our students and their success. Today's graduating class exemplifies that. Their GPA alone is over 3.32, which is a low A, high B. And we really believe they can start here, go anywhere, as well as think Dakota, live Dakota. Thank you all for coming out and being with us today. We do have lunch after the ceremony and that, and so let's continue with our program. We are all related, Matakiwasi.
And like Cindy mentioned real quick, you know, this is the 41st commencement class here at Cankdeska Cikana. Even though the tribal college was founded in 1974, the first graduates came out in 1977. So even at the beginning of it, it wasn't exactly 2 years to the degree. So don't feel bad. And this time, we're going to have our next speaker. She's the 2017-18 Student Government President and will be graduating with Associate Degree in Pre-Nursing. At this time, we'll have the student speaker come up, Denisha Graywater.
Good morning. Sorry, I'm nervous. Okay, good morning, family, friends, faculty, and staff, and my fellow graduates. My name is Denisha Graywater, and I'm Student Government President, graduating with my Associates of Science in Pre-Nursing, and I will be pursuing my 4-year degree at UND for my bachelor's in nursing. I'd like to start this ceremony off by honoring our loved ones who have passed on to the ones that we wish could be here. And I'd like to do that by having a moment of silence for them. Thank you. And welcome to the 2018 Cankdeska Cikana graduation ceremony. To get to this point was an achievement in itself, to which I commend you all. Although this marks the end of one chapter, it also marks the beginning of another. We cannot expect to keep our minds alive forever with the diplomas we receive today. As valuable as the information we have received here, it is only the beginning of the lifelong education needed to become lifelong leaders. Today means different things to each of us. Some of us will be starting our lifelong careers, and some of us may be taking a break. What I hope to see is some of us going on and getting our long-term degrees. According to Education World, Native Americans have a low overall high school graduation rate. About 65% earn a high school diploma compared to the 75% of the US average. College graduation is much lower, with only 9.3% earning a college degree compared to the national average of 20%. I think I have a solution to that problem, and that solution is sitting in front of me. We are a part of that 9.3%. Here at a tribal college, we are a part of the statistics that make a difference, and I hope to see each and every one of us make a difference. I'd like to finish this off with a quote from Sitting Bull. Let us put our minds together and see what life we can make for our children. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2018.
Thank you, Denisha. Our next speaker is an enrolled member of the Lakure Band of Ojibwe, one of the nation's leading authorities on peak performance and personal development. His early career got started in his dad's highly successful restaurant empire, Famous Dave's of America, where James worked side by side with his dad, Famous Dave Anderson, learning the skills of entrepreneurship and leadership. Today, James is a proud husband and father and a successful business leader. James believes that when you combine inspiration with the right tools, tips, and strategies, we can overcome our obstacles and achieve our dreams. Please welcome our guest speaker, James Anderson.
Thank you very much. All right, everybody, stand up, stand up. Stand up, here we go, stand up and clap your hands, especially you all right here. Stand up, there you go, clap your hands. Now put your hands up in the air. Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air, and repeat after me, I feel happy. I feel healthy. I feel terrific. Now, that wasn't very good. We can do a lot better. The babies in the audience have been louder than you there. So we can do it even louder. So give it your very best. This is your graduation day. Give it your best. So here, once again, clap your hands. Hands up in the air. I feel happy. I feel healthy. I feel terrific. Very nice. Give the person next to you a high five and say it's going to be a great day. Go ahead, you can be seated. Now, many of you don't know me, but maybe you know my famous dad, Famous Dave. Started created the barbecue restaurants that span from Washington, D.C. to Winnipeg, all the way to California. And even last year, they opened up their first restaurant in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. They serve lamb ribs, because there's always a way to get great barbecue to the masses. Now, I was raised by some tremendous people, my mom, my dad, but for sure my grandparents, Iris and Jim, who always taught me to have gratitude. So I want to start off by saying Chimi Gwitch. Thank you very much for inviting me here. Community College, the group up here who invited me here. So Miigwech. Buju Ani Ninjikazan Mekhe Gijik. My name is James Anderson, and I'm an enrolled member of Lakure Band of Ojibwe. And my promise to each and every one of you is that I'm going to do my very best to ensure you have a powerful learning experience here in my 20 minutes. Once again, my promise to each and every one of you is that I'm going to do my very best to ensure you have a powerful learning experience and you take your success skills to another level in this short amount of time. You thought class was done with. No, class still has 20 minutes here. And I'm guessing you want to be successful moving on. True or false? Do you want to be successful? Yeah, absolutely. You didn't put all this time in to not be successful. You want to be successful. Say yes if you do. Fantastic. Audience here, educators, leaders, do you want these students to be successful? Yes, absolutely. So they want you to be successful. You want to be successful. Yet, how many of you here took a class called How to Be Successful 101? And don't feel bad. I travel around the country, United States, and Canada, working with different students, colleges, universities, businesses, and I ask them the same question. How come we don't have a class called How to Be Successful? We all want to be successful, and we think it just happens. So that is my first tip for you. As you leave these doors out there and you are graduates, and you want to be successful, you want to do things, you want to make things happen, the first tip that I have for you is start studying success. What do the successful people do? You've just been trained with some great knowledge. You made your drone fly. Fantastic. There's social workers in here, carpentry people in here. You've been taught the skills to be successful. Now there's skills that you can learn for yourself of how to be successful. What mindset do I need to have? I recommend each and every one of you, go home, go on your phone, do whatever, find one of the computers here on campus and go to Amazon.com or whatever bookseller and go to the self-help section. And learn about, well, what do successful people do? Read books, listen to audio programs about success. That will just change your whole mindset as you leave here. Trust me. So that's your first tip. It's a separate tip, but it's a tip for you and everyone else out here. Study success. There are successful people doing great things in whatever you want to be doing as a profession. Learn from them. Follow their path. Does that make sense? Say yes if it does. Yep. So learn from those successful people. Now, as I was driving here, the beautiful, beautiful land, and of course I was driving by the lake. My reserve, the Lekudere Ojibwe, are the pride of the Superior. We've got a lot of lakes on our land too, and my family's land right there is right on the lake, and I spend lots of time on the lake. And I bet that lake's cold right now. And it brought me back to about the time, because this is time, it's the warm weather's coming, but the water's not. But you still want to go swimming. And I remember when I was young, I'd be going out there, and there's a swimming hole where all the kids would go, and there's the water, and we all knew it was cold. And I'd just be sitting there on the edge, just looking at it. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch of people start running in. They go jumping in and all this. And I'm like, come on, James. Hold on, I got to get used to it. And then another person would go running and go jump in. They knew the lake was cold. The lake was freezing. But they all wanted to go in because it was hot and it was the first time we could really go out swimming. It was awesome, but I just wouldn't do it. I'd have to go in like this. Go like this. Just sit there watching everybody as they jump and run in. Go all in. And I was scared. And then somebody came up to me and said, you could do it. You could jump in. I got to get used to it first. And then I looked at one of my buddies who was scared too, and he went back. And all of a sudden he went running in, and he jumped in. He went all in. And I was still sitting up there while everybody else is participating, sitting on the sidelines. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of lessons can be learned from what happens around the lake. Go all in. Whatever it is that you are going to be doing, whatever it is, whether you're going to be working in social work or child care or starting your own business, going on to more schooling, go all in. Immerse yourself in what you are doing. Go all in. That's what the successful people do. Successful people study success. That's how they learn to be successful. And successful people go all into what they're doing. Don't play around. If you're going to tiptoe going on for your next degree, if you're going to tiptoe in, it's not going to work. If you think you're going to start your own business and kind of tiptoe in, it's not going to work. If you're going to work in social work and deal with the challenges that are facing our communities, tiptoeing and going part way, halfway isn't going to work. You must be all in. What must you be? All in. That's success. That's what successful people do. They study success and they go all into what they're doing. Don't sit on the sidelines like I was. Even I eventually had to go all in. Does that make sense? Say yes if it does. Yes. So, study success, go all in. Get your all-inness ready. Because we live in a world where most people like to just go part way. But if you're that one person who chooses to go all in, you will be desired, you will have opportunity, people want to hire you, people want to be a part of what you have because you go all in. Make sense? Fantastic. Turn to the person next to you, give them a high five and say, I can go all in. Now, just because you graduated doesn't mean that, oh, life's going to be fantastic now. You're still going to have problems and challenges. Those mornings when you get up and you go out and you realize, oh man, I'm late. Or you go out there and, oh, my car's not starting. And you get to work or you get to class and you're already stressed and people are looking at you. And then you get to your job or whatever it is, and all of a sudden you realize you forgot the report that you were supposed to turn in. And then you get done and you go back and you get a phone call and somebody's talking bad about you on Facebook. Problems and challenges will always keep coming after you over and over and over and over and over and again, especially the things. Life isn't perfect. There's going to be challenges. There's going to be problems. And then what happens is all of a sudden maybe we run into one of our loved ones or that res dog comes up, and what do? You explode. I offer you another suggestion. As you move forward into your next stage of life, as you're pursuing that next degree, or entering the workplace, once again, you take a lesson from the water. Problems happen. Good. Oh. We got a problem at work. I got it. I'm prepared. I can do it. Oh no, what are we going to do? Oh, I'm late. That's all right. I'm going to apologize. Say it's not going to happen again, or I'm going to call ahead. Maybe your kids are crying, or your brothers, and you got to take care of your brothers and sisters, and you weren't expecting to it. Life is going to shake you up. But if you choose to be like the water, you stay cool, you stay calm, you stay confident in life, you will be able to be successful in your life. And then people won't be afraid of you or scared of you to be around you. Because right now, if I do this, nobody's going, oh! And that's success, and that's leadership. Be like the water. Because you get shaken, you find a way around it. Things get stirred up, find a way to stay cool, calm, and confident. That's what successful people do. They don't freak out! And people don't want to be around them. They don't want to work with that person, they freak out. They want to be with a person who's cool, calm, and confident. Does that make sense? Say yes if it does. Fantastic. So, study success. Go find authors, ideas, thoughts where you can study success. Go all in. All into what you care about, what you're passionate about. All in. That's where the success is. And then, just because you're all in doesn't mean there's not going to be problems, but be like water and you'll be able to handle it. And people will look to you because you can stay cool, calm, and confident. The next item of success, once again, revolves around the water. Once I decided to fully go all in, I started to swim. As a kid, swimming around, all this, and I'm tall now. I'm a teenager. I'm kind of rocking it. Everything's good. You know what I'm talking about. I can tell. Yeah. And I'm owning it. And for some reason that day, I decided to go swimming with my shoes on, my tennis shoes on. And I was swimming around in my tennis shoes, and all of a sudden my feet started to get really heavy. Like they're just soft. My shoes were getting heavy. It's like I had weights on the bottom of my shoes. And I'm like, okay, it's getting harder and harder. I'm starting to get a little tired. I'm swimming out there. I'm tired. Everybody's kind of swimming over there. I'm tired. I'm like, oh man, I'm having a hard time staying up. And I look, and shore's way over there. I'm not even close to where the shallow parts where I can put my feet down. But my legs are really getting tired. This is really hard. Everybody's over there, and I'm like, should I ask for help? No, I don't need any help. I can do it all by myself. And I'm swimming. I got to get to shore. And I'm starting to swim that way, but I'm not going anywhere because I've got like 10-pound weights on my feet from my shoes. They felt like it was so heavy, and I'm not going anywhere anymore. And I start sinking and going under and going under and going under. But I would not ask for help because I'm, big man. I don't need any help. Sinking, I'm starting to sink. I'm sinking, still not asking for help. Still not asking for help. Still not asking for help. Starting to sink. I was starting to go under and starting to lose it, still not asking for help. And then all of a sudden, somebody grabs me. It's my friend, and he like pushes me and pulls me and brings me over. I'm like, no, I got it. Got it. And he pulls me over the shadows. He's like, the shallow area. I'm just like, oh. And he said, put your feet down. I'm like, okay. Oh, I'm just out of breath. I had nothing left. And I say, yeah, thank you. And he goes, you should ask for help sooner. And then he walks away. Winners ask for help. Losers think they can do it all by themselves. Winners surround themselves with people who are willing to help them out. Losers say things like, I don't need nobody. I can do it all by myself. Winners ask for help. I was recently at a basketball game. I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and my son's a big basketball fan, so we went to a Timberwolves game. Best players, and my son likes to be early for everything. He's a basketball fanatic, and so the game started at 7:30. He wanted to be there at 5:30. I'm like, oh. We're there. We're in the stands at 5:30. I'm just sitting there, just hanging out, being like, I've never been to a game so early before. He's loving it. He's like watching everything. We go down closer, and there are 6 players on the court warming up. They're just practicing, getting themselves ready, and then as they're practicing, there's like 12 other like coaches and people helping the players. They're rebounding, they're working on moves, they're doing all these things. So there's the best players in the world, top players in the world, getting paid millions of dollars, and there's all these people helping them. And then all of a sudden, one of the players, he went running over to the bench, and he sat down. And then some other person came running over and had a water bottle and squirted water. He opened his mouth, and he squirted water in the player's mouth. That's when you know you've really made it. You don't even have to put water in your own mouth. But these are the best in the world. How come they have so many people helping them? That's just it. That's why they're successful. The higher up the ladder of success you go, the more willing you are to ask somebody for help. Don't be a loser. Ask for help. If you have a question, ask for help. When you join your new career, your new job, or you go on to college, be the person in the class who raises their hand and says, I don't get it, or I want to understand more. Don't be so full of yourself and prideful that you cannot ask for help. Winners ask for help. Have a team around you of people to help you. When Famous Dave was just Dave, There was a time when he was just Dave. He was in his backyard just doing barbecue himself. I was in the back helping him, and our first smoker was made out of a garbage can. We didn't have any money, but that didn't stop him. He was all in. But he was all by himself working on it. Today, if he goes on, like he'll go to New York or something and be on a big TV show, and you see him on TV with the hosts, and he's talking to the host, and it's looked like he's done everything. He's done barely anything. He's got like a small army of like 15 people there who are helping him cook and prepare and do all those things because he needs help. Start asking for help as you go in your career. Look for mentors, coaches, elders, people that you can say, hey, help me out. You got people here at the university who I'm sure you can still go back to as graduates and say, hey, I need some ideas, I need some thoughts, I need some help, I need some ideas. Coaches, mentors, elders, people to help. That's what winners do. And that will help you be successful. So if you can combine studying success, going all in, you're all in this. Studying success, going all in, asking for help, being cool, calm, and confident, you're on your way to becoming and doing the things that you want to do in your life. Bar none. If you can do those things, it will make a huge difference in your world. Sounds good? Fantastic. Give somebody a high five and say, I can do that. So, in closing, ladies and gentlemen, in closing, is it all right if I tell you a story? Is it all right if I tell you a story? Thank you. A young man, professional young man, was just who worked really hard. He's a recent graduate, and he was really excited. He works hard. He was just out on a work trip. He works hard to provide for his family, put food on the table for the people who are in his life. And he was coming back from a work trip. And he came to the house, and he went into the door, and he said, hello, I'm home. And nobody answered. All the cars are here. In fact, there was more cars than normal. And he's walking through the house, and he realized everybody's in the backyard. His aunties, his uncles, his kids, some neighbors are over, and they're just playing in the backyard, just all hanging out. Nobody knew he was there, and he was pumped because he had some reports he needed to do, some work he needed to finish. So he got down, he sat down, he pulled out his case from his travels and started getting into it and started working. He was so focused, he didn't hear the back door open and hear the little pitter-patter of some feet coming in. And it was his daughter, only about yay big. And she said, Daddy, you're home! Oh, and he gave her a big hug. I'm so excited to see you. I missed you so much. She said, Daddy, play with me, play with me. And the daughter, and he looked and like, oh, I'm almost done. I can just finish, then I can be with her. And so he had to think outside the box. He had to think, what can I do to play with her, but not actually play with her so I can work. And he's on the table, there was a newspaper. And on the newspaper, there was a big picture of the world. And he grabbed that picture of the world and he ripped the world into pieces. The world was crazy. The world was full of problems. And it was just all in pieces now. And he said, daughter, put the world back together again. And she took the pieces and said, okay. And she went into the other room and put the pieces on the ground and started putting them together. And he said, that will take her forever because the world's crazy and I can finish my work. Then I'll be with my family. Got focused, started going after it. Just a couple minutes later, he felt a tug on the sleeve. Daddy, I'm done. What? How? The world was in pieces. There's no way you could have been able to do that. He's thinking in his mind, and he kneeled down. And he said, daughter, how did you do that? Come on, I'll show you. And they went into the other room, and sure enough, there was the world that was ripped into pieces, put back together again. How did you do this? And she said, well, Daddy, it was really hard. But then I realized on the other side of the world, there was a picture of the person. And when I got the person right, the world came together and became right. Ladies and gentlemen, I honor you for taking the time in making yourself a better person. Learning new skills, learning new ideas, gaining knowledge. Because when you become better, everything else around us becomes better. So many times we want to go out there and we want to make the world a better place. But when we choose to focus on making ourselves better people, the world around us will follow. So never stop. Never stop working on making yourself better. Never stop growing. So once again, I honor you for putting the time and effort in here and taking care of business and being able to sit in those seats right now with those hats on your head and looking good, looking fantastic. What an honor, hard work that you put in. Keep going all in as you move forward in becoming a better person. Chimigwich, and I look forward to when our paths cross again. Gigawabamindagutch. All I ask is that we end this talk in the right, great way. Please stand up and clap your hands. Hands up in the air. I feel happy. I feel healthy. I feel terrific. Congratulations, everyone. Enjoy the celebration.
Thank you, Mr. Anderson. Now you get to come up on stage. No. At this time, we're going to have our presentation of degrees and certificates. So would the graduates please do whatever you did in rehearsal. John? And as we're walking up here, like James Anderson said, there's a few different ways of to keep building on the foundation of learning and continuing on in the classroom or through some life experience. So hopefully they can build on the foundation they built here at Cankdeska Cikana College. Yeah, they went through that rehearsal. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. And after the students will be exiting off this direction. For the ones I wanted to present them with their gifts or whatever off the stage. And there will be something set up in the corner for pictures, family pictures, and items afterwards. But they'll be set up after the ceremony. They'll be there throughout the after the ceremony if you want to take more family pictures, those type of things. So we'd let the graduates get back to their seats and part. Okay, the first person we have is Dane Alapawa. Nicole Brown. Brianne Cook. Tristan DeMars. Paulette Driver. Joe Garcia. Oliver Gord III. Denisha Graywater. Nicole Griffin. Amber Hook. Ethan Howard. Destin Ironshield. Stanley Littlewin. Rebecca Musso. Letitia Teal. Wesley Jackson. Kyle Langstaff. Randy Lieben. And while we're waiting for the graduates to get back to their seat here, just a reminder, there will be a light lunch after the program out in the commons area. And like I said, the corner will be set up there for pictures, or if you want to take more family pictures and individual pictures after the ceremony is over, we can do that. But once we get all the graduates down to their seating area here, then we can finish up this section of the program. But as we all know in Native American country, they got a family, extended family, and everybody wants a picture in our today's media world. And before the graduate sits down, it'll probably be on Facebook. Okay. Could I have all the graduates back up here, please? Are they coming up now? Okay, you're gonna have them come up now. Go. Go ahead and bring them up. Good, graduates, if you can please rise and come up in front of the stage here. It's actually a nice platform to put all your material on. Right here. Okay, and on behalf of the Board of Regents, the administration, and the staff, I present to you the class of 2018. You can turn your tassels. You can turn your tassels over, graduates. Turn your tassels from the over to the left side. There you go. And at this time, we'll have honoring of the graduates of the Lake Region Singers, and you can welcome to come down and congratulate them. And after you're done congratulate them, please go back to your seating area, and we'll do the same with the graduates until the colors are retired, and that leads us out of the auditorium today. And the honor guard can come in, and we'll have them retire the colors. And like I said, on behalf of Cankdeska Cikana Community College, we once again thank you for coming to celebrate in their commencement ceremony today. And the refreshments will be outside, and wish everybody safe travels home and that's for the future. So go ahead.